Hey, happy Thursday. Coming at you today with a really focused three things Thursday. I want to share with you the three most common reasons that people struggle with managing their household cash flow, their budget. So let's dig right in. The first thing that I often see is a perspective problem. So this would be your why. Why do you want to manage your money? Why do you want to figure out the cash flow in your own house? Why do you want to have a budget? Maybe you don't want to. Maybe that's what's causing the problem. Maybe it's that you don't have a big enough reason. So in my life, when I was just sick and tired of feeling like we made too much money to be as broke as we felt. Too much money to just be like, why can't we go do the things we want? Like, where is our money going? We never have any money at the end of the month, but we make good income. So for me, my why was that I ultimately didn't want to work in corporate America in sales management anymore, but we had so many payments that it seemed like that was never going to happen. So I had a big enough why to begin to focus on where our money was going, to set a budget, to every month revisit it, to make sacrifices. My why was that I didn't want to be a bank manager or a jewelry store manager or an insurance adjuster. These are some of my jobs that I've had. I always looked for greener pastures. I wanted the freedom and flexibility to control my own work schedule. That was my why. So if you don't have a big enough why, it's going to be hard to stick to it because it's not. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. You do have to end up making sacrifices if you've gotten yourself into a bit of a financial mess. So perspective problems. That's one of the big issues. Another reason that I see for people giving up a bit early on their budgeting systems is it's a process problem. They don't have a process. You don't have a process. Maybe you don't know how to use a spreadsheet. Maybe you just don't even know where to begin. How do I do it? That's one of the easiest ones to solve because I do have templates that I share with clients to help them manage their cash flow, get a budget, track spending. So if you're the type of person where you're like, Britni, there's no earthly way I can build these spreadsheets, DM me. I'll send you something. Okay, just DM me. Let me know what you need and I'll send you something to help you. Process problems are always the easiest to solve because we just need to put a process in place. And guess what? I'm a process builder. Not everyone is. If you're someone who loves processes and systems, you'll build the spreadsheet. But if you're not, you might get overwhelmed. And that's okay. Process people, we're here to help the non-process people. Process problems are the easiest to solve because we just have to put something into place that works for you. The third reason that I see people straying from the budget, giving up too quickly, not staying the course, and this one's the hardest to solve, and it's a people problem. And it takes digging in and figuring out, and let's back up. What do I mean by a people problem? Maybe you have a partner who's not on board. Maybe you don't have good boundaries with adult children. So maybe you're paying bills for them. Maybe you're bailing out family members from financial mistakes. These are hard problems to solve and they cannot, and I want to repeat that, I want to make sure that's clear, they cannot be solved overnight. There are no quick fixes to people problems, but they are figure-outable. And it takes a lot of self-reflection and figuring out where are you saying yes to people where maybe you need to put some boundaries in place where you're saying no. And it may not be that you're handing out cash to individuals, that you're not, the one we always think of is the adult in our life that maybe is always having trouble and they always need $20 for a tank of gas, or they can never seem to stay current on their phone bill. Let's talk about one that's even more realistic for most of us. is the people in our life who get us to spend money that we wouldn't otherwise. So do you have someone in your life that you could enjoy their company in your home or at their home and it would be cheaper, but they always have to go out and go to the bars to have drinks? Do you have someone in your life that encourages you to buy things when you're out shopping that would be an impulse buy, that maybe they're like, it's so cute, you work so hard, get it? So some of these people problems can be a little sneakier. They're harder to spy, especially right off the bat, because they're not as blatant as my 37-year-old son can't pay his car payment. That one's a pretty obvious one, depending on, obviously the situation, but that one's a little more obvious to go, oh, well, that's where your money's going. The one where maybe you just have an influential friend or family member who maybe during this time of your life, this phase, you need to figure out some other boundaries and options. Maybe you need to express to people in your life that, I'm working on my finances and I'm trying to build up a savings account, so I'm not going to go out to the bars for the next 3 months on the weekend, but I would love to see you, so I'm going to maybe host a little gathering so we can get together. So you just have to think about these things. And it's not easy. So if you need help, I'm here. And if you're not ready to talk to someone, head over to BritniRoss.com/5 days and take my 5-day financial clarity challenge. This will help you figure out your why, your perspective. It'll start laying some processes into place. And one of the very last assignments deals with these boundary setting issues. Boundaries are hard because we want people to like us. We want to be friendly. We want to see the people we care about. And so boundaries can be a really big challenge. At least they always have been for me. So you can get clarity in 5 days at BritniRoss.com/5 days. See how fast I can say that. I'm here to help. DM me if you need processes. DM me if you have questions. But for most people, it's going to fall under one of those 3 things. It's a perspective. What's your reason for wanting to get clear on your finances in the first place? Process is the actual tangible, like how I'm going to track things. What's my system for my money? And then the third is the most challenging because people can be challenging. And a people problem, not having appropriate boundaries, can get us into some sticky situations and can throw us off course. So those are my 3 reasons that most people don't stick with their budget. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. Hit me up with questions. Hit me up with concerns. Hit me up with frustrations. I can't talk. I've been through it. I walked the walk. I've come out the other side. And it's not to say that I don't still have challenges that we face financially, but that's just part of life. So if you need someone to help walk with you through this, message me. Until then, have a great day. Have a great weekend. I love you. And that's it. Take care.